Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another pick a card reading. So the topic for this one today is going to be what first impression do you make when you walk into a room, when you meet someone for the first time. I am super excited to do this reading for you guys. I got the idea for it from Avalon Intuitive here on YouTube. You guys should check her out. She does pick a card readings and they're really dope. And I wanted to go ahead and do this reading in particular because spring is upon us, lots of new beginnings, lots of new opportunities, and I think that it would help to get some clarity on the impression that you give off when someone meets you for the first time. So you already know how the game goes. I'm going to give you a moment here to pick the deck that is calling to you the most, and then after I'm gonna grab some law of attraction cards for you just to get some advice on how we can better pull in whatever it is that we are wanting to manifest. Okay, so I'll give you a moment here to pick your deck and I'll see you at your group. The timestamps for each will be in the description box below. All right, group number one. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot. Let's go ahead and see what impression you make. Just gonna get a good shuffle here first. High Priestess. So those of you who chose the first group, I feel like you keep to yourself. I think that people have difficulties reading you, or like they have difficulties reading you or trying to figure out what's on your mind. I think that you're very reserved in the way that you carry yourself. You definitely have like a silent strength about you with the High Priestess card coming out here, but there's it's known that there is more than meets the eye. Like there's more beneath the surface when people meet you for the first time. Like they can kind of pick up on and tell that they're not getting the full picture, or that they would need to talk to you a few more times before they truly understand who you are, what you represent. But also people can tell that you're a really intelligent person. You also have many of you are really beautiful as well. You could be Pisces, you could be Sagittarius, you could also be a Cancer as well if you chose this this group, I should say. But yeah, I feel like you don't speak a lot, but when you do choose to express yourself, I think it catches a lot of people off guard because it's the way that you communicate. It's like people don't know what to expect because you're so reserved. They don't know how the conversation is going to go, and that's definitely not a bad thing, and you shouldn't take it that way. I think that it's a good thing to have a bit of mystery to you. It's a good thing to have a bit of mystery to your energy, and you guys definitely don't give it all away up front. I feel like that's a part of what makes you powerful, and I think that that power and that intensity is something that people can really pick up on. They get that from your energy. They get that from your aura. Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of you are very hard working, and I think that there's definitely a kind of luxury to your energy as well. I think that you carry yourself really nicely. I think that you may wear very comfortable clothing, or yeah, I think that you smell really good too. Like you might wear some really nice perfume or some really nice cologne. I think that sometimes people may misinterpret your silence, or they may misinterpret your independence or your desire to keep to yourself as depression or sadness, but I think it's a silent strength. Yeah, there could be a lot of water signs who chose this group. I'm definitely seeing Scorpios here as well. I don't think that you give away all of the information that you actually know. I think that you definitely keep some of that wisdom to yourself. Like, you are observers. You're observers, and I think that that kind of, I don't think that it scares people or that it intimidates people, but it's just like when you're interacting with someone, I think that they know that you can see through whatever it is that they're saying, and you can see through to their core. It's like you can see through them. Oh, yes. With the Hermit card coming out here, there could be Virgos here as well. But very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I think that you are you're very put together. You're very put together. This is a group that's very photogenic as well. I think that the way you express yourself, it's very captivating, and I think that there's a lot of integrity about you that a lot of people respect, and they associate you with. They know that you are someone who values the truth, who values honesty, and that's something that the people that you meet or the people that are already in your life, they expect from you. If any of you are starting new jobs or accepting new roles or anything like that, I think that your work ethic is definitely something that shines through. There's a lot of dedication. There's a lot of dedication here, and I feel like this is the group that will be showing up on time. This is the group that goes the extra mile. This is the group that is making sure that everyone is doing their part of the group project. You know what I mean? Like, you are very methodical. You have this fastidious attention to detail that it's representative of the high standards that you have, not only for yourself but also for the work that you are producing. Wow, did you see the way that card flipped? So silent strength, most definitely. There could be some Aries in this group as well, but you guys are very instinct driven. I think that you are someone that people believe that you make good decisions. Like, you're someone who is trustworthy. I also think as well that the reason why you're not so obnoxious or why it's not received that way is because you know what you're capable of. I think that you are seen as someone who is a self-starter. You're seen as someone who knows what they're bringing to the table. You're seen as someone who knows their worth, who knows their value, but you don't have this kind of braggadocious energy about you. You definitely are humble at the same time, and it's almost like you're very solution oriented. I think that if any problems arise, you are most definitely the kind of people that are going to be focused more on the solution of things rather than freaking out or panicking. So this is a group that's very good at putting out the fires, most definitely. I think that you guys have been through a lot, and that's something that people can kind of pick up on. Like I said, you know, they get the impression that you have been through a lot, or your independence or your silence. It's sometimes misinterpreted as someone who is sad, but I do think that's because you guys have been through things. A lot of your wisdom has come from what you have experienced in your life, and it's come from a lot of healing. I think that a lot of that independence and time spent in reflection has it's really helped you get to this point. And I think that when you present yourself to people, you're not someone that is easily hurt. You're not someone that is easily shaken or easily rattled, because there's a lot that you have seen. There's a lot that you guys have been through, right? So that's why you are so on top of it. I also feel that, you're not afraid to talk about difficult matters. You're not afraid to tackle problems that other people would be too scared to touch. There's this very nice balance here of someone who's very driven and motivated and who has a can-do attitude, but is also very methodical in their approach and very careful. I think that this is something that has definitely helped you guys make money. And when you're seeing your success is visible in your energy body, you look like you have money, you look like you're successful, and you look like you take care of yourself and like you have your shit together. You have turned your pain into riches. Yeah, with the 9 of Cups. You're someone who is definitely very wealthy. You have a lot that you have accumulated. And I think that there's, even though, on the outside it may seem like you are in mourning or like you're sad because you're not, you know what I mean, out there, you're not extra group 1. I think that you are comfortable with what you have accumulated, so it's like you don't need to do that. So a lot of people who are well off, they're truly well off, they don't need to show it. They don't need to brag. They don't need to, you know what I mean? So like, think about it. Look at, who's a good example? Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell has, this man is very, very wealthy, but if you see him, he's always in a white t-shirt and like jeans or slacks or whatever. But he has a lot, he definitely is someone that has an empire, but is an example of someone who doesn't need to flaunt. It's known. So your wealth, your position in life, your wisdom, it radiates off of you, and it's like it's a known fact. Group number 1. I think that you're someone that knows what they're talking about, and I think that you do keep a lot of this wisdom. You do keep a lot of this to yourself. You do keep a lot of it to yourself, but you're not afraid to teach those who are willing to learn or to show other people the way. I just feel as though you're very reserved with that Pisces energy coming out. We did say that there could be Pisces in this group, most def. And the 4 of Cups coming out here next. You're definitely someone that doesn't let any opportunities go to waste. I think that you're someone that people want to give a chance. You're someone that people want to give the time of day because, again, it's like there's something that they want to figure out about you. There's a kind of mystery to you. There's some like, yeah, there's this great mystery to you, and it's like people want to understand how you came to be, how you came into power. So group number 1, you're very mysterious. You may be a little bit introverted, but that has a lot to do with your appeal, most definitely. Now let's grab some Law of Attraction cards and we'll see how you can better attract and manifest. These to shuffle, okay. All right. They don't want to shuffle that way, so we're just gonna do it like this. This is the group number 1. You guys are the silent killers. All right. This is card number 56. I can focus specifically upon what I want. Definitely kind of synchronistic with this Emperor card here. This one says, you are bombarded by thought stimulation, and so unless you give your attention to what you specifically want, you can be influenced by that which surrounds you. Unless you are focusing on what is important to you, you can be stimulated by others' thoughts, which may or may not be important to you. So when manifesting group one, whatever it is that you guys are trying to attract in your life right now, it's important that you stay true to yourself and that you always come back to yourself and come back to present and come back to what you guys actually want for yourselves, and try not to get overwhelmed with what other people want for you, or try not to, let that play too big of a role in the steps and the decisions that you guys make. I feel like you already do this because of the level of independence that you have, and this is the way that you come off to people. So it's like you're so high vibe that you may come in contact with people who want to give you advice or who want to impart, their own way of doing things because you're quiet. But just because you're quiet doesn't mean that you're not on your job. Just because you're quiet doesn't mean that you don't have things going for you or that you don't know where you're going. So if you find yourself being bombarded by the influence of other people, just draw that line in between what they want for you or what they expect from you, and also draw that line in between that and what you want for yourself, and just keep doing that. A lot of you are already doing this, and like I said, this is the way that you're coming off, but you should be proud of that and keep doing it. And that's how you're going to keep attracting more of what you want into your reality. I hope that you enjoyed that group one. Thanks so much for joining me here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, group number 2. This is the Universal Tarot. Let's get a good shuffle, and then we'll get started. That Six of Wands, it doesn't want to shuffle back into the deck. So group number 2, I think that some of you may be influencers or famous in some capacity. You guys may have a lot of followers or a lot of people that look up to you. Yeah. All right. Group number 2, we got the King of Swords. So intellect on 100. There could be air signs in this group. You guys may be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but you're very logic and reason driven. I think that you are very practical when it comes to how you live your life, your decision making process. It's rooted in logic. I think that people know what to expect from you. It's very black and white. Very black and white, and that's something that adds to your appeal. Yeah, with that Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you guys do spend a lot of time up here in the Seven of Cups. So it can sometimes maybe lead to a little bit of confusion for you. But I think that when it comes down to when you guys step up to the plate and you actually perform, and when you actually get ready to execute, it is the execution is flawless. You definitely stick the landing. There's definitely an expertise. Speaking of sticking the landing, here we get someone who is walking off a cliff. So group number 2, you guys take risks, but I think that they're calculated risks, and this is reading to me like great risk and also great rewards. There's a lot that you guys want to do with the one life that you have. You definitely come off as someone who is goal-oriented and driven and not afraid to make the most of your life. And there's also like a purity to your energy. When people meet you for the first time, they see someone that has a lot of ambition. They see someone that has a lot of potential. you're also very eccentric in the best possible sense, in the way that you honor your individuality and your eccentricity. You're not the kind of people that are going to kowtow and do what other people want you to do or what's expected of you. You guys are the group that live in your truth. Yeah, there could definitely be Aquariuses in this pile. A lot of Aquarius here. So you guys live in your truth and you march to the beat of your own drum. You are not followers. You guys are leaders. Drawing back to that energy that we were picking up on you being influencers. So people look to you. You guys are the trendsetters. I think that when you meet people for the first time, they really enjoy speaking to you. Like, they feel like they can be themselves when they're around you and when they're in your energy, which is really, really nice. Like, it doesn't come off as judgmental. People feel like you would respect them for who they are because of the respect that you have for yourself and for who you are. Ten of Swords. You guys don't take shit from anyone. And I think that if something is causing you to step out of character or step away from who you are or who you believe yourself to be, you are definitely not the group that's going to allow that to stand. You're more likely to just go your own way and do your own thing rather than being forced into a situation that you're uncomfortable in. Oh my gosh, yeah, with that Nine of Wands energy coming out. Yeah, you guys are fighters, and I think that you are you're very opinionated, and you believe the things that you believe, and you're not afraid to fight for those beliefs. Your perspective, the way that you view the world, I definitely see that as something that it's worth defending, for one, and you're the type that is willing to defend it. And this is something that may be intimidating to people because it's like there's something about it that makes you kind of unreachable. There's something that makes you, yeah. And, you know, if we look at celebrities or any kind of influencers, it does require that you have that as a part of your personality, right? You are constantly interacting with people, and yes, a lot of people do have access to your life, but you guys definitely have strong boundaries in the way that other people think and feel about you. It's not something that gets to you very easily, which is something that you do need when you're in the public eye. So this strength that you have about you, I do think that it has a tendency to intimidate people, but that's not really your problem, group 2, you know. And I think that you guys understand that, and you live your truth. You definitely live out loud and live bravely. It's a lot of courage in this group as well. I think that people know that if they come for you, if they say something that rubs you the wrong way, you're either just like, you're going to turn the other direction, or you know exactly how to handle the situation. Some of you may be publicists or just be in the public eye. Definitely with that Page of Cups, there's a lot of adoration and magnetism about your energy. It really pulls people in and attracts them to you. It's something that they definitely find very sexy. You drive them crazy. Group 2, you guys are powerful. Damn. And the Devil card coming out. So 9 of Swords and the Devil card. There could be Capricorns in this group, Sagittarius as well. There's also a lot of Gemini here, a lot of air energy, Yeah, there's Sag. We just said that. So You guys definitely like to have fun. I think that you guys are pleasure seekers and you like to have a good time. But what people get from you is that you can, at the drop of a dime, it's like you work hard and you play hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's definitely some people that are crazy for you, group number 2, or they're kind of like obsessed with you or obsessed with your energy, obsessed with your life or the way that you guys live. There are some people that can't get enough of you. You guys might have a lot of haters. But if they're not hating on you, are you really popping? All right. There were a lot here that came out. So the first one here is the Two of Pentacles. You definitely come off as someone who is on top of it, who can handle a lot. You are multitaskers in your own right, and I feel like you guys have your feet in a lot of different ponds. You have a lot of projects and a lot of that you're trying to get off the ground, and you're someone who is seen as you're seen like you're very multi-talented. You're good with your hands. You could work with your hands, and the way that you communicate your vision, the way that you make your dreams a reality as well. There's definitely a process here. Your abundance, your influence is not something that just kind of happens. It's definitely it's all a part of a plan. It's definitely all a part of a beautiful plan that you guys have. Next we get here the Ten of Cups. So you appear to be, people are definitely drawn to you. You've built close connections that are really emotionally fulfilling and rewarding, and I think that people want to be a part of your life. People want to, it's like they want you to take them under your wing, because of the power that you exude and the control that you have. You're someone who's seen as very successful. You're someone who's seen as you've gone through a lot, you've overcome a lot, and you're good at what you do. So people want to learn from you and be a part of that experience. Yeah, there could be Leos in this pile as well, but the fortune, the fame, the magnetism, the attraction, this is that sun energy. I knew this was the influencer pile. There could be some famous people here. I do think that you guys have a following, and you may not see it as a following, but you do definitely have admirers. Even secret admirers could count as a following, just because they're not expressing it to you or being open with you about how much they want you or how much they admire you. Doesn't mean that they don't. A lot of people, are willing to. It's like there are people that are. Some people might like fight for your attention, or maybe feel like they are entitled to it because of how strong they feel about. What is this energy group too? Like, you guys are intense. I mean, in the best way. Like, you are just very powerful. So Five of Swords, I think that, yeah, a lot of people are vying for your attention, and you're just like living your best life out here. Next we get here is the Six of Pentacles. So you're seen as someone who's very generous with their energy. Yeah, there could be philanthropists in this group as well. You may teach people how to do something, especially with the Temperance card there. You could be teachers, but you're someone who has, like I said, you are very good at something, and you are showing people how to be good at it as well. Like, people are learning from you. People are learning from you, and they want you to take them under your wings. I love how that came out like that. I definitely was feeling that Temperance energy. All right. You're definitely in the limelight group too. people do enjoy speaking with you. They enjoy bouncing ideas off of you. I think that you always have something valuable and like you add substance to the conversation. Your opinion is something that is valued or sought out. The first one here says, this is card number 33. Threes, you know, that's that manifestation energy. Very, very powerful. This says, I can reach for a better feeling thought. It's kind of a crazy looking card. But this one says, from your non-physical vantage point, you understood the eternal evolving nature of your being and the promise that this leading edge contrasting environment held. You understood the powerful law of attraction and the fairness and accuracy with which it responds to the free will of all creators. By reaching for the best feeling thought you can find, you will shiver with exhilaration as you reconnect with your purpose, with your zest for life, and with you. So what's really awesome about you, group number 2, is when it comes to manifesting, you guys are happy, you guys are successful because you choose to be. Just let that sink in for a second. You are successful because you choose to be. You are living the life that you're living. Like we were saying, it's all going according to plan. You're very positive people by nature. And if something is ever not going right, or if you find yourself thinking a thought that is counterproductive or negative in nature, you very quickly catch yourself and you shift your focus onto the positive and on what is actually real about your life. You're definitely a group that is very, there's a lot of gratitude here for what you have accomplished and a lot of appreciation for your life experience. You are the one that has created it for yourself, and I think that you honor yourself by telling yourself that, and this card coming out is encouraging you to keep doing that. There's a lot of power that comes from choosing to be happy. There's a lot of power that comes from allowing yourself to be happy as well. And when it comes to manifesting and attracting, that is a very, very powerful tool that you have in your arsenal. The next one that we got here is card number 31. I want continual joyous growth. This one says, I am a growth-seeking being, and it is exhilarating to remember that expansion is not only natural, but inevitable. I love knowing that joy is simply a choice. So since my expansion is inevitable, I choose to have it in joy. This is everything that we've been talking about. How perfect is that? You have choice. You're living a happy and really beautiful life right now because you have willed it into reality. And what's great about this is that your positivity is something that people pick up on. It's like you're infectiously enthusiastic about your life, and that's why people want to be a part of it. Group number 2, you are influencers, most definitely, and you do have a following. And I feel like you also set a good example for people. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for joining me here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, group number 3, last but certainly not least, this is the Hermetic Tarot. All right, let's see what's going on for you. Okay. Knight of Cups. So, group number 3, you guys are sensitive. I think that you embrace your feelings, you embrace your emotions, and some of you may wear your heart on your sleeve, and you definitely come up as a warm person, as someone who is not afraid to speak about the way that they feel and express themselves. You are most definitely seen as, it's a part of what makes you attractive. It's a part of your appeal because you're so down to earth and also reachable. I think that people can identify with a lot of feelings that you have because you honor those, and you're very open and honest about them. There could be water signs in this pile. You could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. The next one coming out here is the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. You are also very creative in nature. A lot of you are very artistic, very, very intelligent. There could be artists in this pile. But when it comes to expressing yourself, there's definitely, you're free-spirited by nature and you are not afraid. Again, I'm getting a lot of fearless energy from you, group number 3, with the Page of Swords here. It's like people want to talk to you. People want to express themselves to you. They want to open up. They want to open up to you. You guys could be therapists or doctors of some kind. You may work in a position where you know, you deal with emotions, or people are opening up to you just as a natural part of the process. But you come off as someone who's very solution oriented as well. You come up with a lot of creative and cool solutions to any problems that arise, and they are objectively good, like they're for the goodness of humanity. So there could be humanitarians in this group as well. Page of Wands coming out here next. So you come off as someone who's very motivated. I know these cards are a little explicit, guys, but we're all adults here, I hope. But you come off as someone who is very motivated and driven as well. You lead. You lead others, and you're definitely risk takers. I think that if you want and you desire something, you do go out and you get it and you achieve it for yourself. And then yeah, absolutely, with the Fool card and the Magician coming out here next. So in this group, yes, you could be water signs. You could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could be Geminis here, Virgos here. You could be Aquariuses here as well, with that humanitarian energy coming off of the Fool card here. So you definitely are someone that is devoted to reaching your full potential in this one life that you have, and you go after the things that you want, and you are very you're very idealistic in the best possible sense. Like there's no dream that is out of reach for you, because you truly believe that you can have it if you want it. You will it into your experience and you make that happen for yourself. So this is the group that is full of go-getters, and people see you as someone who's very ambitious. People see you as someone who, you are the movers and the shakers. You make things happen, group 3, most definitely. There's a lot of freedom of thought here, a lot of freedom of expression. The Four of Cups coming out here next. Even though your energy is very welcoming, I do think that, you know, sometimes people feel like they can't get to you, or maybe that you're, they have a difficult time maybe picturing or understanding where you are. Like I feel like you're okay, let me explain what I mean by that. There could be some people here in group 3 that also watched group 1. The energy is very similar in the way that you're also kind of reserved in your energy. Oh, look at that with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Yo, there could definitely be Virgos here or Pisces, but you are reserved in your energy, but you're very intelligent, you're very emotionally intelligent. And that's why, you know, and it's kind of been nagging at me. So I'm going to go ahead and mention this. When I mentioned that, you know, this is a sensitive group, you know, don't take that as a bad thing. I think that you honor your feelings, you honor your emotions, and you are emotionally strong and emotionally intelligent. And that's something that is, I don't want to say it's hard to come by, but it's something that should not be undervalued. You spend a lot of time in reflection, and I think that you think about a lot of the things that you have gone through. So when you find yourselves in relationships, when you meet new people, you come off as someone who is in control of their emotions. You're not easily shaken. You're not easily rattled. Again, yeah, you do have that in common with group 1, most definitely. I think that you guys can communicate about the things that piss you off, or communicate about the things that you want very successfully in a way that it's not, it doesn't come off as pushy when it comes to expressing your desires. Like, you're not entitled, group number 3. People don't get entitlement energy from you. They get the energy from you as you are someone who is very aware of what you can have in your life and is very aware of what you're bringing to the table, what you're adding to the equation, and you are not afraid to make that happen for yourself. Next here, we get the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, there could definitely be Geminis or Virgos here, but you are very multi-talented, very multifaceted. Like, there are layers to you, group number 3. There are layers. And I think that people kind of have to uncover each of those different layers, because there's so much that you're good at. You are very cultured as well. This group could be very well read. You know a lot about a lot of different topics, and you could talk about, you know, like someone could bring something up and it's like you guys are on point with the Snapple facts, if you know what I mean. Like, you're pretty good with that. Next here we get the Queen of Pentacles. So you are very empathetic. There's something very warm about your energy, something very inviting and gracious and caring about you as well, that draws people into you. You are very generous by nature. You could be philanthropists in this group, but you take care of people. And even if you don't give all of your energy away in that particular way, I think that just by being in your environment for a short amount of time, it's like it has this healing effect on people, group number 3. A lot of you are very good communicators. You may work in a position that requires you to give statements. You may write speeches. You may give briefings of some kind as well. Next we get here is the King of Wands. You are very, very attractive, group number 3. There are people who are very attracted to you. You are on top of it. You exude this kind of confidence, and it's the kind of confidence that comes from knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries. It's that confidence that comes from that emotional intelligence. It's all connected, right? So I think that you carry yourself well and you carry yourself confidently because you have done the work, quote unquote. There could be fire signs here as well, Aries in particular. Yeah, there's a lot of Aries here. That water energy is making sense. A lot of people don't, you know, get this or don't always point this out when it comes to Aries. It's they are kind of fueled by their feelings and their desires and their, you know, their wants. So it's definitely not a bad thing, but I do think that you make decisions from that place, and because you make decisions from that place, you are generally a happy person and you have the tendency to lead a happy life because you have manifested things that make you feel good. You know what I mean? The next one we get here is the 4 of Swords. Most definitely rest from strife. So you are seen as someone who is very thoughtful, as someone who has done the work, who knows where they are going in life. I think that you understand the power that lies in rest. I think that you guys are very good at, like, your timing is very, very good. You're very good at executing. I think that you wait until it's the right time to do something. You wait until it's the right time to move on something. And I think that that ability that you have to time things so perfectly is something that is admired about you. It kind of adds to your magical nature. It's like you have a kind of foresight. So you may like know something is going to happen just because your instinct or your gut told you about it. And then it's like you're proven right about it a week later, a month later, a year later. It's like it always comes true because you expected it. It's like there's something that you knew about it. So this is a very, very intuitive pile. This is a very, very intuitive pile as well. And that's the benefit that you have from being an emotionally intelligent person. You guys trust your intuition. You listen to her. You give, or him, you give your intuition the time of day. And I think that it adds to your power, most definitely, group 3. This is a very spiritual group. Yeah, you guys could be spiritual teachers or spiritual practitioners. This one says here, this is card number 26. Wow, that's that number may be pretty important to you. You may be born on the 26th or something like that. But this one says, I cannot create in the experience of another. This one says, you cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think their thoughts. What you can do for them is set the example of joy. Become a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which you are wanting, and therefore brings forth only joyful emotion. This really, really fits, and it's what we were talking about. You are very honest about your desires and very honest about the things that you want. And that's why you are generally a happy person, because what you guys have manifested, what you have in your life is, it's the result of your desires. You guys get what you set out to get, group number 3. This is the go-getter pile. We were talking about that. Very, very appropriate. And I think that you set a very, very good example for people. And I think that your life, the life that you are experiencing, it's one that you have curated for yourself. You're seen as someone who has a lot, and you are the one that is responsible for your success. So there could be entrepreneurs in this group as well. You're seen as self-starters. You're definitely not someone who has had your life given to them. There's also a lot of authenticity about you as well. The way that you work towards the things that you want, you don't follow, like you broke the mold, group number 3. You don't follow the set path to XYZ that the person before you or the person next to you follows. You guys are most definitely the group that is more likely to carve out your own path and trust that and honor that. Like, you are a whole complex individual, and this is really cool. Here, let me show you that again. All right, that was your reading, group number 3. Thanks so much for joining me here. I hope that you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.